As you can see, the organ is taking the center stage here. We have a very special music assembly today. But before we begin, we'll sing our hymn 386. Hymn 386, Be Thou My Vision. There are altogether 5 verses there, but we will only sing verses 1, 4, and 5. Be Thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Be all else but naught to me. Naught means nothing. Save that thou art, except, the word save, except you. Be thou my best thought in the day and the night, both waking and sleeping, thy presence my light. Second verse, be thou my wisdom. Third verse, be thou my breastplate. And fourth verse, riches I heed not. I don't care about riches, nor man's empty praise. Be thou mine inheritance now and always. And the last verse finishes with, still be thou my vision, O ruler of all. A very, very beautiful and meaningful hymn, and I hope you will like it. So hymn 386, verses 1, 4, and 5. Please be seated for the Bible reading.
A reading from the book of Psalms. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to blot out their name from the earth. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. He protects all his bones. Not one of them will be broken. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Mr. Yoon, teachers and fellow schoolmates, good morning. I'm Dominic Chan from Form 6F. Joining me on stage is Ambrose Chan from Form 6D and Desmond Now from Form 4A. Ambrose and I are the chief organists of the school. Today, we would like to introduce to you one of the most sophisticated instruments in the world, the pipe organ. I'm sure that many of you here are quite familiar with the sound of the organ, as you can hear it every time you attend the assembly. However, how many of you here actually knows what an organ is? Now, I'm going to tell you more about it. My presentation will be followed by a short performance by one of our organists. What you can see in the middle of the stage is an electronic pipe organ. Our school is one of the very few schools in Hong Kong owning such a piece of instrument. As a matter of fact, there are actually two of them in our school. One is located here in the hall, while the other is located on the 8th floor of the south wing. The organ here is mainly used to play the hymns as well as various pieces you hear before and after the assemblies. And the one on the 8th floor is used for practicing. At first glance, you might find the organ quite similar to a piano, as you can see on the black and white tiles on the keyboard. Nevertheless, while the notes are the same, the touch of the keyboard and the sound of the organ are totally different to that of the piano. Another obvious difference, I think you agree, is the presence of several layers of keyboards. For this organ in particular, we have 3 layers of manuals, which are played by hands, and one bottom layer called the pedals, played by the foot. Different layers are responsible for playing out different timbres, while the pedals are usually used to play the bass line of a piece. On both sides of the organ, you can find a lot of white knobs. We organists call them stops. Pulling different stops gives us different sounds. There are a few main genres of sounds in the organ. For example, the sound of flutes can be made. That's quite a mesmerizing tune, isn't it? Another main category is reeds, which are the sounds of brass instruments. That's a bit evil, I must say. Why not something more cheerful? Well, apart from flutes and reeds, even the sound of a celesta, percussion instrument, can be produced. Many of you may have the perception that an organ can only be about sacred music. Well, I'm not saying it's wrong, but we should never overlook its place in modern music, like the movie themes we just played. Nonetheless, with such a myriad of stops available, one of the most challenging tasks as an organist is undoubtedly to find just the right combination of stops for different pieces. Take hymns as an example. Would you want to hear the catchy and brainwashing tune of Shine, Jesus Shine, be played in a dim and dull way? You want it to get louder and brighter. choose just the right combination of sounds to get every one of us energized in the morning. Now that you have gained some knowledge about the organ, please sit back and enjoy a piece performed by one of our organists. Ryan Yip from Form 6F will be performing an excerpt from the first part of Organ Symphony No. 6, Opus 42, No. 2, by Charles Marie Woodall. Woodall is famous for his organ symphonies, and his works are very popular among organists. The piece that is going to be played is quite technical and complex, featuring plenty of advanced organ playing skills. Now, please put our hands together as we welcome Ryan to the stage. On behalf of the organist team, we would like to express our sincerest gratitude towards the school for the immense support to the team. We are constantly recruiting new members, particularly ones with piano playing background. To sum up, I hope our presentation today has given you a whole new perspective on listening to organ music. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominique, Ambrose, Desmond, and the music department for